Okay, I went ahead and I milled or turned. See if I can get it to focus on that. I turned the diameter back here so that the hex isn't what's tightening against the head, it's the round diameter there. So now we're ready to put the hex on. Put the hex on. So now we need a 5/16 collet. Slide that in. Put that in my collet block here. Just a little bit. Tighten that up. Yep. Okay, I need my long stop now. Longer stop. This one's too short, it slides right under. Real long one here. Oh, here it is. There it is. I think that one reaches that. Yep. That's how it is. Flush. That way I can just slide in, up against that, lock her down. Now I'll go with a 1/2 inch in now. That one looks pretty good. Good enough for brass anyway. And we'll come down. I'm just going to get close. And then I'm going to do the opposite side, and then I can see how much I need to. So I'm going to flip it 180. That way I can see how much I need to take off. Calipers. And it is 415. At 40,000. So I go up 20. Right there. And that should do it. I think that was the last side. I don't know. Yeah, that was the last side. I'm just going to double check, make sure that it's good. Yep, looks good. So, basically, all I'm going to do is deburr it before I take it out. And then I'll be back and we'll make the top that screws into it. So, I'll be back later. Okay, so here it is after I, I'll back up here. Here it is after I deburred it and everything. Here's the electrode that we made yesterday. Slides into it. The only thing is, I wish I would have made these even longer. They just look too short. So I may make another batch, another 200 thou, 150 to 200 thou longer. Because by the time you get that brass next piece on there, there's not much insulator poking out. So anyway, well, I'm going to go ahead and make the second half of that plug, and we'll see what it looks like. So slide this in. Oh, can't get it in there far enough. The way it slid in and it's inside here now. I gotta take the collet out. Take another piece of material and push it out. Alright. This is 3/8 material. 3/8 collet. Slide that in there. Okay, let's pull that out a little ways. Okay, so first thing I want to do is put a knurl on that. And I think I'm going to slant my wheels a little bit. They're just too straight. Going at it at a too straight of an angle there. I have an Allen wrench laying up here for the compound here. So I'm gonna slant them that way. Maybe not that much. There we go. And we're gonna come in there and make sure both wheels hit at the same time. Go up a little bit. There we go. So we're going to start right in the middle of it. I'm going to try to anyway. I'll go about 200 RPM. So we'll see one. I'm going to crank into it. A little oil on there first. And then I'm going to power feed it over. Probably have to do it in a couple passes. Can't see nothing, can you? And I'm going to stop right there, and I'm going to take it back in. That should be far enough. And back out. And we'll see what kind of knurl we got. Hose over here. Looks good before I stop the spindle. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good. Not one of my better knurls, not one of my worst knurls. Let's see if we can tilt you in here and give you a closer view of it. No, it's not the greatest knurl, but it ain't the worst knurl in the world either. So I will live with that. I'll have to. I just did it, right? All right. So now let me take this out of there, and this needs to be same thread, I believe. 5/16 24, I believe. Yep, 5/16 24. So we're gonna go with. We're gonna shift it back up in the high range here, and that depth is 200. I'm going to go 250. So I'll get my tool over here. Oh, I gotta straighten out my compound again, or at least get it slanted the other way so that I'm not putting an angle on. Alright, we want to go 250. I'm going to take 10. Set my dial. Forgot. 100, 250. It seems like it's awful long. Not sure if it's really supposed to be that long. That's what it calls out. Alright, that's what it's calling out, so let's go for it. And we want 5/16 again. So we are at 362. So we want about 50 thou. 10, 20, 30. I'm gonna go 40. We are at 23. 11 thousandths. 11 thousandths to go. So let's crank this in. 10, 11. I'm not going to come out of there because I want to crank in for a thread relief. If I'm at the right diameter here. Looks good. So I'll crank her in 50 thou again. $20, $40, $50, and then back away. And that's going to be good enough right there. And then I want to put a chamfer on the end of it. A bit of a chamfer. I'm trying to work around the tripod. Taking up all the real estate here. Alright. Now we'll take the die out again here. And we'll crank the tailstock up there to give it a guide, sort of guide. Put that on there. I'm going to crank this down to low again to 70 RPM. There we go. Get my pliers. There it is. And I got to keep one hand on the tailstock to feed it in to keep it square. Trying to reach over the tripod. I think I got it all the way to the shoulder. Yep. So now we gotta crank her back out. And crank it in the other way. Crank her in backwards now. Not quite up the, not quite all the way. There we go. All right. I do need to make a die holder for my tailstock. All right, need to smooth that out. That's what's going to come up against the corian, so we don't want that digging into the corian. I'm going to move you over so I got room again. And I'm just going to put this in high. Take the file. just lightly put the file on it. Now we want to drill through that. Center drill. We want to drill and ream. Drill and ream about 350 deep. The threads are 250 and then the head that we put on it. Oh, come on now. One, two, 350. And then reamer. For some reason it looked like that reamer was wobbling. Alright, we can part it off. If I can find my part off blade. Blade is 50 thou. First off, we got to get it square to the world here. Wow. Pretty darn square right there. Not doing anything. Alright, that's 50 thou. So there's 0, and then we want that head to be, they're calling out 63. I'm going to go, yeah, probably 60, I'm going to go 70. 50, 60, 70, we'll see what it looks like. That's kind of narrow. 80, 90, I'm going to go 90. Didn't go quite deep enough with the reamer. So we're going to have to change collets and finish that up. Let's hit that with a file, otherwise I'm not going to get it out of the, be able to put it in or out of the collet. Nothing worse than coming to use some stock and then a burr hanging on the end, or and you can't get it in the collet. I try to make a habit of deburring my stock before I take it out. Alright, so we need 5/16. 5/16. And we need to put this in. A little bit more. There we go. Run the drill through first. I can see the hole, but it's only about an 1/8 inch diameter, just the tip of the drill. There we go. Reamer. hit the bottom of this with the file a little bit. The sharp edges and burrs off of it. Come on, there's a burr hanging there. There it goes. Now, here's the, let me pull the viewfinder out so I can see. So here's the, that's a little tight. A little tight on there. So I can sand this down a little bit, I think. I think I'll take and sand the insulator down a little bit. Change outs, 3/16. Emery it down a little bit. Just don't break it off. Now, where did it go? Did I not just lay it here? Yep, there it is. Dadgummit. Tried to hide on me, didn't you? Now, be careful with the emery paper. Don't want to really just pull on it. I'm looking for some emery paper that I had laying here. Here we go. Let that go on there. Still pretty tight. There we go. I need to chamfer that inside edge with a burr quick head. You can take and run burr quick around the end of this. Give it a little bit of a chamfer. There we go. Now, did I do that again? Oh, it's in the collet, dumbass. Yeah, there, now it seats up against that collar. Pretty decent. Actually, could go a little bit bigger even. See if I can squeeze a little more out of it. And then I'm going to hit this with a file again. I think that'll work. So, put that in there. Might have to emery the end of it down just a little bit. A little. And there it's tight already, and it's actually sticking out quite a ways. I don't want it sticking out that far. I want to cut that off, I think. How am I going to do that? How am I going to cut that off? No, I got it locked. How do I face that off, that thread? I could file on it, but it'd be a long process. So I'm going to remember that on the next one. Don't make that at 250. Make it less. Because it's sticking out. Where's my calipers at? It's sticking out probably. It's sticking out probably 100 thou. Oh no, 60 only. 60 thou. Well, maybe that's not so bad. So, but I think I might have to take the end of it, and you can see in here. You can see in here that that's pretty close to the wire. Not much of a gap. So I might have to adjust the end of that, of the electrode. I don't like this though. I wish that I would have made them longer. I wish I'd have made them another, let's see. So if I would have went 100 thou longer, 200 thou longer would have been better. Keep that in mind. I'll go rewrite the program to make it 200 thou longer than what. So the next time I make them,